With every breath we take, every drop we drink, we're connected to the ocean. Our entire lives, including our family, friends, classmates, and colleagues, are all affected by the ocean, no matter how far away from it. Despite the critical role it plays in our lives, the ocean is facing extinction.
Because of this, we are in need of people and organizations to protect and restore the ocean. There's no better place to start than our own backyard.
Through our extensive research and involvement in related clubs, we are going to inform you today about 4 dire issues that are currently damaging the ocean. Then we will discuss some changes that can take place to heal this ecosystem.
One of the biggest issues with our Santa Barbara oceans is the amount of waste in and around the ocean. The most waste is found in Santa Barbara waters is plastic, specifically straws. An article in Santa Barbara scholars tell us in 2018 informs us Americans use 500 million plastic straws a day. A California Coastal Cleanup Day tracked the amount of trash collected since 1992. Plastic straws were the sixth most collected item. Many of us have come to expect it's plastic straws in every drink and straws given to us within minutes, and we can reduce this significant source of plastic pollution. Trash is the biggest issue with our waters, but plastic is taking a toll on specifically in Santa Barbara. This could be fixed. By another huge issue with plastic. Plastic bags are taking a toll on our waters, such a big toll that California has decided to ban plastic bags. Scholars inform us. Locally, Chanel keepers had advocated for to ban single-use plastics since 2008. Shortly thereafter, the city of Santa Barbara adopted its big ban, went into effect in May 2014. Santa Barbara County adopted a ban bag ordinance in July 2015. Altogether, these local bag bans have eliminated the use of more than 100 million plastic bags annually. The fact that California has made a plastic ban is great, yet it still has huge issues and concerns. With so much plastic and waste in our oceans, we must make more of an effort to change. LA Times reveals it's been a year since California banned most plastic bags, but it still doesn't stop people from paying the 10 cents and the plastic bags getting all over our state. Since plastic bags have been banned in California, it helps somewhat, but suggested above, it's not solving the issue with plastic bags. People are still using plastic bags and being littered all around our local waters, and it's time for us to take a change.
Unfortunately, everything ends up in our ocean. Polluted runoff is the single biggest source of pollution for the California coast waters. The California Coastkeeper Alliance, CCA, reports about 1 million people get sick from swimming in the very beaches outside our door. Not only is this a big deal regarding the health of Californians, but it also drains $21 to $51 million in public health costs. The CCA explains that it all starts with a rainstorm. Rain running off roofs, streets, and parking lots doesn't absorb well into the ground in our area as it should. The running water then gets collected into engineered collective systems, such as gutters and storm sewers, but is left untreated and disposed near bodies of water. They continue to go on to say this untreated water contains trash, bacteria, heavy metals, as well as other pollutants from the landscape directly into our beaches and rivers. Not only does this water make us sick, but enough pollution in the water will cut off oxygen supply to living organisms. Rainstorm runoff will also direct trash into our waters, but heavier storms can cause flooding and land erosion, damaging habitats and infrastructures, all while being contaminated. Recently, our city has gone through very difficult challenges keeping our creeks and beaches clean due to the Montecito mudslides back in January of this year. As a result of the wildfire and mudslide occurrence, the SB County Health Department tested for levels of indicator bacteria, and the results came back as extremely high and above state standards.
Now that we've talked about runoff pollution, let's look at what effect the oil industry made on the ocean. The oil industry has impacted our hydrosphere and biosphere with long-lasting pollution. This environmental disaster has taken and will continue to take a terrible toll on the environment, wildlife, the local economy, and our community. According to scholars, it killed or injured hundreds of birds, marine mammals, and fish, forced the weeks-long closure of Refugio and El Capitan state beaches, 138 square miles of fishing grounds, fouled more than 40 miles of shoreline, and negatively impacted local businesses, tourists, and residents. The cleanup of the spill is now largely complete, although only about 10 to 20% of spilled oil can be removed once it gets in the ocean. You would think that after this tragedy, our government would implement laws concerned with restricting the offshore oil companies. But the draft National Outer Continental Shelf Leasing Plan, released in early January 2018, proposed to open more than 90% of the total outer continental shelf to potential new and expanding oil drilling, including the Santa Barbara Channel. This new plan threatens the progress California has made to protect our coastal resources and transition from dirty fossil fuels towards cleaner, renewable energy sources. What this means for us locally. New leases have not been offered for sale in federal waters off the California coast since 1984 or in state waters since the 1969 oil spill. Under the new proposed plan, lease sales would occur in Southern California planning region in 2020 and 2022. After a public review process, lease sales would allow companies to bid on lease blocks, 3 square miles of ocean, with the lease going to the highest bidder. This means, as currently proposed, hundreds of new lease blocks in the Santa Barbara Channel may be open to new and expanded oil and gas extraction.
In addition to the oil and gas in the ocean, another unexpected pollutant is the overabundance of carbon in the ocean, known as acidification. So what is acidification? According to the National Oceanographic Atmospheric Administration, when carbon dioxide is absorbed into the ocean, it reduces the pH, carbonate concentration, and calcium carbonate. This increase in carbon dioxide is caused by the burning of fossil fuels. The Integrated Ocean Observing System states that since the start of the Industrial Revolution, the ocean has silently absorbed roughly 30% of carbon dioxide that people generate through industry and agriculture. This is important because acidification can affect many organisms, but especially those that build their shell off of calcium carbonate, such as corals, oysters, clams, mussels, snails, and phytoplankton or pseudoplankton. Phytoplankton and zooplankton are the plankton animals that form the base of the food chain, stated by Woods Hole Oceanographic. In the state we're in currently, phytoplankton and zooplankton shells are being dissolved by the high acidification, and being the base of the food chain causes all organisms to be affected just as much.
The local nonprofit organization Shuttle Keepers is working to reduce all these issues. One way that Shuttle Keepers is trying to solve this problem is having National Day with No Straws. They explain National Skip a Straw Day. On Friday, February 23rd, in honor of National Skip a Straw Day, Santa Barbara, Shuttle Keepers, and Community Environmental Council shared resources with local businesses to encourage people to skip plastic straws. They have been really active in trying to reduce the use in local straws in neighborhoods. Chanel Keeper also helps with plastic bags. They have been actively trying to get the word around about how badly plastic bags hurt our environment. The Where's Your Bag campaign worked on to raise public awareness about the negative environment impacts of disposable shopping bags and to promote a shift of reusable bags. We distributed thousands of free reusable bags to communities and members, aired several ads and public service announcements, and created and distributed a slew of educational materials to participating grocery stores. Chanel Island has made plenty of ways to try and help with plastic trash, and now it's our time to do our part and stop using plastic bags and straws.
Channel Keeper works to reduce runoff pollution by sampling from several sources, including storm sewer systems, construction sites, and individual houses, businesses, as well as others. If any of these places violate regulation permits, Channel Keeper will report them to government agencies and take water samples as well as photo and video documentation. Furthermore, Channel Keeper is pushing for installing low-impact developmental landscape features, which is planting the right types of plants and soils around homes and in the county that will help to keep rain in the ground and direct it to the right places. This will aid to help reduce runoff pollution.
In addition, for the oil and gas companies, in addition to monitoring these effects, Channel Keeper has been collaborating with other environmental groups, business and policymakers to advocate for a thorough cleanup, necessary policy reforms to improve spill prevention and response, and stringent enforcement against planes. They have testified at hearings before several local and state agencies and have been a lead supporter in a package of bills introduced in the California legislature in the wake of the spill to improve oil spill prevention and response.
Channel Keeper has formed a partnership with researchers at UCSB. They are also using their research vessel to assist UCSB by collecting regular samples of the coastal pH sensors that can properly be calibrated. They have purchased new monitoring stations to be deployed at Naples Reef, which is important because of the thriving kelp forest ecosystem. Through this research, we hope to learn more about species in the Santa Barbara Channel will adapt to this globally significant phenomenon.
Imagine a world where this is what you woke up to, where there is more trash in the ocean than fish, where the sun sets on a dying ecosystem, where there are more problems than solutions, and where you fear for your future. This is the world we live in, but it's not too late. With the help of organizations like Channel Keeper, this is the world we can live in, where we offer more solutions than problems, and the world.
You can do it. You got it.
And once again, a healthy place to live. Let's step forward into the past and environment where it was.
Without Channel Keepers, our beautiful coast would not be as we see it today. Tons of plastic makes its way into the ocean each year, and according to One Green Planet, by 2050, the world's access oceans will contain more plastic than fish by weight.
These issues can't be solved with the snap of a finger. They require time, but most importantly, your help. You can help make a difference by volunteering, donating, or attending one of their many events. Some events they offer include a harbor beach cleanup, a stream team monitoring program, and also marine protected areas and workshops. One simple way to support Channel Keeper without costing you any money is to shop by shopping on Amazon. With a link found on Channel Keeper homepage, 5.5% of your shopping will go directly to fund them. To combat the offshore oil expansion, you can show your support for the Senate Bill 834 that limits oil and gas exploration.
We only have one Earth, one chance, so let's do our part to take care of it.